Hey guys, are you there? Hope everyone is fine and okay. So welcome back to my channel, BST African Electronic Surgery, on a Saturday 13 May 2023, and we have some kind of job to fix. This motherboard is coming from another computer shop, and they tried whatever they tried to fix, but there's no joy here. The motherboard is just dead. It's some kind of HP motherboard. I don't know the exact model. Okay, this looks like a HP G3 motherboard. So we have to fix this, but let's see what exactly this motherboard is doing. I have my colleague who is fixing some laptops. Obviously, he brings the motherboard here for repair. I asked him, what did you check? He's saying everything, but still the motherboard is not turning on. Everything. Okay, let's check the charger. You can see on the screen 19.37. Our charger is fine. So let's plug in the charger. Charger plugged. We must have a light there. Here we do have an LED light. There must be an LED on here for the charging, but it's not present. Okay, what is the next step? The next step is to see if our charging port is driving 19 volts from the charger to the motherboard. So I'll stick one probe, the black one. You can use even USB ports or HDMI. Ground is all over, and the plus straight on the charging port. And we do have 19.36. You can see on the multimeter down there. So our charging port is good. What is the next step? Is to check on power supply. You can see these coils here. On the input of every switching power supply, we have ceramic capacitors there, and one side of those ceramic capacitors is ground and the other side is connected to the 19 volts power rail. So we can check for the 19 volts power rail, for the 19 volts there. So let's just go at any random power supply here. We have two coils, like 4 MOSFETs, output capacitor, the driver. I believe this is the 3.3 and 5 volts power supply. We can check 0, 0. What about on the ceramic capacitors? We do have 19.36. You can see. So our 19 volts power rail is present. Another power supply here, 19. Another one here, 19. So we have 19 volts. The next step, we do have the BIOS chip here, and on the last pin of the BIOS chip we must have 3.3. Which one is pin number 8? You can see on the screen 3.29. We do have 3.3 volts. Okay, where's my microcontroller? Here we do have the EC chip, that the EC chip microcontroller ITE 8518E. Let's check for 3.3 volts there. Let's check for 3.3 volts there. I'm checking on the capacitors around the EC chip. There we must have 3.3 always on. 3.29, another one. 3.33, 3.29. I check up like 3 capacitors, ceramic capacitors around the ITE chip. So we do have 19, we have 3.3. So the question is, if we have 19 volts and 3.3, why we don't have light here? Why? Do you have a 4 charging port? Okay, let's wait. Let's go. We do have the switch button here, and I'll stick one probe on the ground and the other. We'll try to see if the 3.3 volts is coming to the switch, because on the switch button we must have 3.3 volts all the time. Check on the screen. 3.29. Let's press the power button and see if that 3.3 is going to 0. Pressing the power, 0, releasing. One more time. Let's pressing the power button. 3.3 goes to 0, releasing. 3.29, pressing. 0, releasing. 3.29. So the switch button is okay. So what is the problem here? Do you have a dead microcontroller? I'm confused. I'm confused. But mostly, if you have 19 volts and 3.3, there must be light here. If there was light here, and I press the power button, and nothing has happened, we can conclude that we have a dead EC chip or SIO chip or microcontroller or startup chip. But in this case, we don't have light here. So let me look for a different charging port. But this is confusing me. If I have 19 volts and 3.3, why am I wasting time looking for a different charging port? Do you think this is going to help? We have another charging port. Let's put this charging port here and test with a different charging port just to make sure. This is some kind of strange fault. Trust me, I don't even know what is the problem. With another charging port, still 0. Still we don't have light. So I don't think we can have like 2 fault charging ports, charging cables. So any idea? Should you replace the microcontroller? Because we have 19 volts, we have 3.3, we are pressing the power button, the 3.3 goes to 0, but still nothing. Okay. We do have the BIOS battery here. Let's reset the BIOS. Let's plug back the BIOS battery. Let's plug the charger. Still we don't have light. So it's 100% sure that as long as we don't have the light, you cannot turn this motherboard. So what is the problem? Because you know what, in most cases, if you have 19 volts and 3.3 volts on HP motherboards, here there will be a light here, and you try to press the power button, the motherboard is not responding. In that way, we can conclude that we have a dead startup chip or a microcontroller. But here we can conclude. But according to the history from my friend, because I asked about more about this board, how did this happen? He said he was doing like a Windows update, and you know the situation in our country, we have challenges with the electricity. ZESA can come and can go at any time. So the laptop was doing Windows update, Windows 10, and there was no battery, and all of a sudden ZESA just went off, like sudden cut off electricity, and when the electricity come back, there was no life at all, no life, no sign of life. So according to this description, I don't want to rush to replace the microcontroller. What I want to try, because here we have the ITE, and on the other side we have this big MOSFET, that's the BIOS chip, Winbond. So it's very possible that this board died during update, and the bin files from the BIOS chip got corrupted, and we don't have any light. It's not responding, it's not communicating with the EC chip. So what I will do, we need to rewrite the BIOS chip. So what can we do here? 1 second. So we need to rewrite the BIOS chip first before we can check other things. So I'll connect something here. I'll connect my BIOS programmer, and we can do something together. I'm using EZP 2019 plus BIOS programmer. So let's go on the screen. On the screen, you see here we do have a EZP 2019 BIOS programmer. Let's open. Not connected. Why not connected? Why not connected? Let's open the program again. Ready? You can see here it's ready. So what I would do, we do have the BIOS chip here. So I will take down this BIOS chip quickly. Let's take down the BIOS chip. Swinburne BIOS chip. That's the BIOS chip. That's our BIOS chip. The next step, we have a lot of like I buy this set of EZP 2009 BIOS programmer with so many sizes of connectors. So here we have our Winbond BIOS chip, and here like this. All what we need is to press down this, and pin number 1 I marked is already here. Maybe you can't see. I want you to see. Yes. So this programmer is smart, you can see. So just press this. We put the BIOS chip in position. That's the BIOS chip here. After inserting, we release. And all what is left is to put it on the programmer. I'll put it on the programmer. Obviously you can't see the programmer. On the programmer, let's go on the screen and test. You see, chip type detected. So the chip is detected. The next step, let's read the chip. Read complete. Erase complete. Now we need to look for the bin file. The bin file. Let me check from the list of the bin files which I have. Maybe we're going to be lucky. ASDL. HPG5 BIOS bin file. We are lucky. Hope this is the current update for the bin file. So it seems as if everything is flowing here, right? Okay, I skip another process, erase, and then after erase, we have to open and look for the bin file. In our case, that's the HPG5 here, open. We can see we now have something, and we can write the chip, write complete, verify, flash check errors address. What am I doing wrong here? Let's restart the process. Tests, okay. Read the chip, obviously is empty because I erased this. That's why we have 00. After read, the chip is already erased, so there's no need to erase it again. So we need to open and reload a new buffer here, which is HP250G5. Open. We now have something. Let's write the chip. Write complete, and that's all. Let's close here and come here. So that's all. So what we have to do, we now have our chip. So we need to put back the chip on the board and test. So let's remove the chip. Let's remove our Winbond chip here. That's the chip position. Yeah. Let's reload. If this is not going to give us the results, we can progress to replace the EC chip. Let's replace the BIOS chip. Yeah, let's lower the air. Come on, why my chip is flying? Good. Yeah, our chip is too hot. It's too hot. Let me find something to cool down the chip. So, why did we write the BIOS chip? Based on the information that the customer gave me, because it's not easy to replace the EC chip. We have to order, we have to look for the chip, wait, order, and replace the EC chip. But with the BIOS, if we see anything to do with the BIOS chip, is very easy, because already we have put another firmware on the BIOS chip. So if the Windows update got corrupt because of sudden shutdown of the laptop, we must have a working board here. So let's see now. Let's see now. Let's plug in the charger. And we have light. That's a good sign. You see the light? Check. We now have the light. Let's try to power on the laptop, the motherboard, because already we checked 3.3 19 volts. So, and the fan is spinning, you see? So all what is left is to see if we have anything on the screen. The fan is spinning at full speed. Let me unplug. So you see, that's a strange fault. I never fixed something like this, but I just said, you know what, based on what the customers told me, let's try to rewrite the BIOS chip. So what I want to do, I want to play with the HDMI to see if this board has got picture. That's very important. Picture, that's very important. So let's plug the HDMI here. Let's plug the charger. And let's turn on the board. You see the fan on. And our machine is working fine. Maybe you can't see. How can I do it for you to see what I'm seeing? 1 second. I want you to see what I'm seeing. You see? Boot device not found. So this board is fixed. I'm 100% sure it's fixed. Please install an operating system on your hard disk. No hard disk, obvious. Let's power off. Let's power on it again. Power on. And it's working fine. So our motherboard is working fine, guys. So I don't know, this is just some kind of lucky, but I was just concerned based on the information that I was having on hand, that the laptop died from Windows update. So I was in doubt that can kill the startup chip. So if you have this problem, you check the 19, check the 3.3, you don't have light, the board is not turning on, I think this is the basic that you can start to do. So I'll stop this video now. I'm happy and my customer will be happy also, and we try to look for better jobs. So clearly that this board died from a corrupted firmware on the BIOS chip after unexpected sudden shutdown of the laptop during update. So hope you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, don't forget to turn on the notification bell. Also, if you have anything, just leave a comment. I'll try to answer you in the next videos. See you on the next one. Bye.